Is the Bitcoin ETF coming? What does it mean? What is this all about today? Talking about the recent move in Bitcoin and the idea of a Bitcoin ETF saving the cryptocurrency world. At least that's what people believe is happening. The Bitcoin ETF. The Bitcoin ETF is going to save cryptocurrency. Breaking news today that the SEC has postponed their decision on the Bitcoin ETF. Now, we've seen this before. The SEC has had this question before. It was the Winklevoss twins, I think back last year, that were trying to set up an ETF for Bitcoin. And well, the news comes out today that the SEC has postponed it until September. A lot of people were thinking that August would be the official announcement, but now it looks like the SEC has postponed it until September. The information they gave to people was that the commission finds it appropriate to designate a longer period within which to issue an order approving or disapproving the proposed rule change so that they have a sufficient time to consider this proposed rule change. Now, one thing that makes me kind of excited about this idea is that, well, they're postponing it. And if they were really just against it, wouldn't they just say, no, 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 we don't want any of that, it's never going to happen, they would just end it right now? But it seems that there is a possibility that the Bitcoin ETF could be approved. Now, basically, what is the Bitcoin ETF? So from the research that I've done is that the ETF would I think there would be 4 ETFs. There would be an ETF that follows the volatility. There would be an ETF that basically follows Bitcoin in general, and then there's 2 others. There'll probably be like a 3 times ETF for long and then 3 times short. So there's gonna be a couple different options for people in the stock market to play into the whole Bitcoin craze. If Bitcoin really starts to make some major moves again, this could be an interesting way for people who aren't really into the cryptocurrency world get some exposure to the overall cryptocurrency market with some of these new ETFs if they do come out. So like I said, overall, I think this is good news that they postponed it. They were just not looking to actually ever do anything with it. They would probably just cut it off already and had already had it been done. Already kind of just said no to it, but it looks like they're, you know, spending a little bit more time on it, really trying to research and figure out what they're going to do. The big thing here is that if the ETF does happen, if this all comes into play, you're basically, as a government, as the SEC, you're basically saying that Bitcoin is a real thing. It's like gold. So that's probably the one big issue here. There's a lot of things that come with the idea of a Bitcoin ETF. Set up the new ETF for Litecoin or Ethereum. There's going to be all types of stuff happening. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens here. September 21st is going to be the official cutoff date in terms of them actually releasing their final judgment here on the idea of having a Bitcoin ETF. If they do approve it, it's going to be a big win for Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin here making moves. I think a lot of this move today was because of this news of the SEC postponing this. There we go. Look, right now we're at 8,500. So Bitcoin today jumping over 8,000. The $8,000 area was a key area to watch. And let's see if we can get above that $8,800 area. But right now, everybody is keeping a close eye on Bitcoin cryptocurrencies now with the whole SEC deal and seeing what's going to happen with this Bitcoin ETF. This Bitcoin ETF is going to change the game. If it happens, if it comes out and the Bitcoin ETF is the real deal and they go to market and it all starts happening, it's going to really create a massive, massive bullish move for cryptocurrency, for Bitcoin going into the future. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Like I said, I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this $8,800 area. I want to see this thing break above the 200-day moving average and get moving. $8,800, $9,000, that's the next resistance here for Bitcoin. Let's see what happens if this can break out here. If we can get going, it'll be interesting. You see this overall downtrend kind of finally breaking out. We had some little breakouts before, but I think this recent breakout is a little bit different than before. And it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to react to that $9,000 area, $10,000. If we can get Bitcoin up above $10,000, I think we're off to the races. We should see some really amazing moves here at the end of the year with Bitcoin, with this whole ETF craze and everything that's going on right now. I'm saying it right now. I'm saying it that I'm bullish. I am bullish on cryptocurrencies. I can't tell you what's going to happen in the short term, but I'm thinking by the end of 2018, we're going to see some massive moves to the upside in the overall cryptocurrency market. It's going to be interesting to see. Check back here in the end of 2018. We'll talk about it. We'll see what happens. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'm right. We'll see.